Oh, you're not ready?
Almost.
Oh, shoot. I'll just I can trim this part out. It'll be okay.
You're fine. We're good. Shape or
All right.
roll. One
Let's
take.
keep rolling.
One new take.
One new take.
Yeah, that means you're not even in frame.
One new take.
I guess that's good enough. You Muppet.
I am a Muppet. It's all right. We're going to Best Buy this weekend. I'm about to go buy like a decent tripod.
No.
Yeah.
That. I mean, top tier cast. It's rated 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb. 90% of Google users like this movie. It's rated 72 on Rotten Tomatoes. Metacritic 52%. Now on Rotten Tomatoes, 72% tomato meter. Audience score 94%. Let's see what Metacritic has to say. It's a mixed average. It's positive 32%, mixed 59%, negative 9%.
What was a negative? I didn't really think this movie was that bad. I just got lost in the plot because I was like, okay, they're a gang. They beat up the gang. Oh, somebody shot the gang, and Doc Holliday dies.
Let me see the negative. Director George Cosmentos brings nothing to the new to the wider saga. It's leftover bullets from previous films, Cobra and Rambo: First Blood Part 2. Brackets 23 December 1993 dot or comma P dot 5D. I don't know what that means. That's from USA Today. Let's see. Miami Herald says, for the most part, Tombstone is inept. Some of the performances are wincing bad. Dana Daly playing a touring actress with the hots for Wyatt is particularly embarrassing. Director George P. Cosmentos, Leviathan firmly cements his hack status. He takes nearly an hour to get things rolling and then fails to build any sort of momentum. There's more. And that's December 25th, 1993, the F1.
See, I don't think it took too slow. What do you think?
I mean, some points were slow, but I don't think it was exceptionally bad. I think it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed this the first go around, and I enjoyed it the second time we watched it. And the third time, this time it was harder to watch. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We both were like, this is our third time putting on the list for Popcorn Buckets because I watched it. And I was like, oh, we both wanted to do this. Let's watch it. And so I watched it by the time Devin got around to YouTube. It was off. And then second time, you were like, hey, it's back on YouTube. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to do this for Popcorn Buckets. I was like, cool, me too. But by the time you finished, it was off again. And now, here we go. Both of us were able to watch it on YouTube this time.
Dude, you ain't lying. That's like YouTube put all the good titles on there because this morning, spoiler alert, I was watching Godzilla 98 on there, and I was like, ooh, Armageddon. I said, ooh, Armageddon. I was like, okay, they put the good movies back on there.
Here's some. Pride and Prejudice, 2005. Angels and Demons, 2009. Hook, 1991. Sahara, 2005. G.I. Joe, Retaliation, 2013. Barnyard, 2006. Open Season, 2006.
Dude, I almost watched
2011. Armageddon, 1998. The Da Vinci Code, 2006. Let Me Finish. And Four Brothers.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost watched Open Season this afternoon. I was like, ooh, Open Season.
I bet don't put it on the list. I'm like, when in Rome?
When in Rome, watch Open Season for craps and giggles.
No.
God, showing our age. You remember that came in theaters? Did you ever go see that one in theaters?
What? I wasn't paying attention. I saw Transformers.
Oh, did you ever go see Open Season in theaters, or did you wait to get it on DVD?
I don't know if I watched it in theater. But listen here, I watched it in Spanish. I watched it over a dozen times, uh, not including the time I watched it in Spanish
Why did you watch it in Spanish?
for Spanish class. It's called Savage Friends.
Oh. We didn't watch it in my Spanish class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
But I will say this anyway. Sorry, back to the movie. I think the cast is pretty well. I don't think the pacing was that bad. And dude, the action shots to me, like the action scenes with the guns and stuff, I thought it was pretty decent. It kept me drawn in.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to confirm something for a future episode. That Godzilla SOS or Tokyo SOS and Godzilla versus Space Godzilla are the same thing.
Oh, are they?
I think they are. I am 98%. That 2% is like, am I though? Am I really sure? You know? Hey,
No, I agree.
RoboCop, Truman Show,
Ew, what's RoboCop?
Your Mom's 2014.
Ugh.
Oh, here's Hannah Saber, Hell's Kitchen, and Kitchen Nightmares, and H2O. Hey,
Wait, she
Sailor Moon's
watches
on here.
Sailor Moon. Oh, all the Sailor Moon movies?
No, the show.
Oh.
Yep.
I know the Inuyasha movies were on there at some point. I was like, I'm gonna watch the movies once I finish the show. I'm nowhere near done finishing the show.
I mean, I don't know. I was trying to see if there any of the Transformers are free uh, on YouTube. They're not.
Ugh.
I was about to be like, you know what, Devin? We find one free on YouTube. We'll watch it. Because you keep trying to diss the Transformers.
Hey, the Transformer movies are a master work of art. You're just upset because there's just one scene of poo poo and pee pee jokes.
I hate the sex jokes in it.
Nah, come on, laugh at the pee pee and poo poo jokes.
I shall not.
Come on, they're a little funny.
Not that funny.
When
Hey,
Bumblebee pees on them.
what? I spaced
Yeah.
out and then I came back in for they peed on him.
You don't remember in the first Transformer movie where Bumblebee pees on the FBI agent?
Oh.
You don't remember? I'm gonna have to find that scene.
Hey, Ultraman and Ultraman Taiga. Ultraman Award, Ultraman Giga Set S are free.
On YouTube?
Dragon Ball, yeah, Dragon Ball Super is not.
Oh no. I mean, I got it on Hulu.
No. I don't know what my eyes were doing. Oh, there it is. No, I don't want to watch Black Panther.
We've already watched it.
You know, talk about the movie while I look at these movies.
You're looking at movies and you want me to carry the movie that I didn't understand fully?
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally a gang of cowboys. They literally saw this town and they said, "This is our town." They beat up the crooks. They won. The crooks came back. No, the U.S. Marshals came back. They said, "Bro, you can't have this town." And they killed all the crooks. And then Kurt Russell's character's like, "This is for my buddies." And Kurt Russell's character gathered the rest of them. And they got in a bloody shootout. And then Doc Holliday died of tuberculosis. Before he, on his deathbed, Kurt Russell goes, "Hey, I wrote your book." Threw him his book, and he ran off into the sunset. And then they did a really, really long walkout to one of the most longest walkout credit scenes I've ever seen. By the way, they were mean mugging the whole time, which I'm like, dude, how long can you mean mug?
Sorry. Apparently, there's a live action version of Spirited Away, and I was not expecting it.
What?
You heard me.
Spirit of the Way. Oh, dude, the Yu Yu Hakusho live series comes out tomorrow. I'm watching that tomorrow.
Oh, that's the one where they're like spirit, like ghost hunters.
Yeah, Spirit Detective. Yeah,
I did not think that was gonna be it.
yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, Spirit Detective. It's on Netflix. Comes out tomorrow.
Oh, there's them's on here.
What's on here?
Them.
Them.
Yeah. THEM.
Never heard of it.
I noticed after you kept having me repeat the title. Okay, I need to get away from YouTube. I'm distracted. All right, Devin.
Pull out your notes.
All right. Let's see. The Life of Wider. So he was. Which cowboy am I? No, not the gay cowboy one. I'm gonna close out of YouTube. Let's start off with Doc Holliday. So Doc Holliday, or John Henry Holliday, better known as Doc Holliday, was a dentist and later gambler, gunfighter, and a close friend and associate of Longman Wider. Holliday is best known for the role in events surrounding his participation in the gunfight at OK Corral in Tombstone, Arizona. Born August 14, 1851, he died November 8, 1887, at the Hotel Glenwood Springs, Colorado. He was
We have
buried the same day. What?
tuberculosis.
I don't think he's the one that had tuberculosis.
You said Doc Holliday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died of tuberculosis.
Are you sure? But I thought that was. I thought that was somebody else.
No. Doc Holliday died of tuberculosis, which is ironic.
No, he died of tuberculosis. You're right. At the age of 36.
Oof, that's young.
Let's talk about tuberculosis, Devin.
I actually don't know anything about it.
Did you not think I was going to do this?
No, I knew you were going to do this, but I know nothing about tuberculosis, so take it away.
So tuberculosis, also called TB, is caused by a bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Bacteria usually affects the lungs, but TB can attack any part of the body, such as kidney, spine, brain, etc. Not everyone infected with TB bacteria becomes sick, so it causes the person infected to cough or sneeze. Most people infected with bacterium tuberculosis don't have symptoms. When symptoms do occur, they usually include cough, sometimes blood tinged weight loss, night sweats, fever. Treatment isn't always required. A lot of times in the Old West, tuberculosis, like you would see, the drench in sweat. A lot of people grew their beards out or facial hair out to hide like sores and other stuff like around the mouth. That was very common for the time. What else? Symptoms include your mom, a persistent cough that lasts more than 3 weeks and usually brings up phlegm, which may be bloody, weight loss, night sweats, high temperature, fever, tiredness, fatigue, loss of appetite, new swellings that haven't gone away after a few weeks. Tuberculosis, as you may notice, Devin's eyeballs can be treated now. Let's see, now able to be treated. A lot of times it went untreated back then. So yeah, treatment for it now consists of if you have active TB disease, you will probably be treated with a combination of antibacterial bacterium, so antibacterial bacterium is kind of a given. Medications for a period of 6 to 12 months. Most common treatment for active TB is ionized INH in combination with 3 other drugs, Rafipin, Pyrazinamide, and ethambutol.
Whoa, no.
A pulmonologist or would typically be the one treating you for tuberculosis, by the way.
Not really.
Yep.
Huh. Well, everybody just learned something new. Even I just learned something new.
Mm-hmm. Got any other questions, Evan?
I do not. On to the next note.
It was very common for people to have tuberculosis affected them, by the way.
Yeah, dude. It in Red Dead Redemption 2.
That is syphilis.
Bruh, syphilis is from the brothels.
You want to talk about syphilis? I can talk about syphilis. Talking about syphilis.
Oh, Greg, we're going down the syphilis road, Greg. People are like, I thought this was a Western episode, not a sex ed class or a health education class.
So syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease that Devin is upset that we're talking about. It's caused by Bacterium Tryptopana pallidum. Syphilis can cause serious disease effects without adequate treatment. Maybe this is what I was talking about with the sores, not the tuberculosis. The bacterium infection easily spread. It develops in stages and symptoms that vary each stage. First stage involves painless sore or genital rectum or mouth. After the initial sore heals, the second stage is characterized by a rash. Then the symptoms until the final stage, which may occur years later. The final stage can result in damage to the brain, nerves, eyes, or heart. Syphilis is treated with penicillin. Sexual partners should also be treated. Devin, I got a question for you. You're having sex with multiple people. Should you or should you not ask them about their sexual history?
I mean, yes, you should, in case they have syphilis.
Do you know what type of condoms they used to have?
Oh no. Is it the wool one?
I actually did. It's like part of like a sheepskin, and it's got like this hard metal frame at the bottom.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
Send you pictures.
Oh no, he won't.
Symptoms of syphilis include fever, swollen lymph nodes, sore throat, patchy hair loss, headache, weight loss, muscle aches, fatigue. It's treatable now.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at a piece. It's a single injection. The treatment includes a single injection of long aching methazine penicillin G can cure the early stage of syphilis. This includes primary, secondary, or early late syphilis. CDC recommends 3 doses of long-acting methazine penicillin G at weekly intervals for late or latent syphilis or latent syphilis of unknown duration.
Oh, does not sound like a good time.
I wouldn't say it is.
So what I'm hearing is I don't need to go to the brothels in this movie because, dude, they were gambling and going to brothels left and right.
Are you saying that loudly so that Megan can hear?
No, Megan knows we're recording a Wild West movie.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, Megan knows where I go. I let her go to work. I go to the gym. I come home.
All right, Devin. We talked about Doc Holliday. Let's talk about Johnny Ringo.
What happened with Johnny Ringo?
Just a bit.
I forget which character that is.
That would be Michael Bean. Why was I
That
thinking
was
of
the
Bill Paxton? What?
that was the one. Let me look it up. I like how I can't think of what happened to anybody
You not want me
in
to
this.
tell you what happened?
Go ahead and tell me. Why I look.
I was going to look it up.
Go ahead.
So Johnny Ringo, John Peters Ringo, also known as Johnny Ringo, was an American Old West outlaw, loosely associated with Coogee County Cowboys in frontier boomtown Tombstone, Arizona territory. He took part in Mason County War in Texas, during which he committed his first murder. He was arrested and charged with murder. He was born May 3rd, 1850, Greens Fork, Indiana. I think that's right. Yeah, it's Indiana. Died July 13, 1882. Chiricahua Mountains, Arizona. Place of burial, Johnny Ringo State Historical Landmark. Parents, Martin Ringo. Mary Peters Ringo. Body discovered, Turkey Creek Canyon, Arizona Territory. Other names, Johnny Ringo, Johnny Ringgold. He was discovered dead, apparently suicide, after a bout of drinking despondency.
Oh, they were lawmen? I thought they were outlaws. Listen, this whole time, I thought they were
Shut up.
out.
Shut up. We were talking about lawmen. This was one of the key outlaws.
I had to
They were
reread the wiki.
warring factions. They were warring factions, Devin.
Yeah, the Red Gang, the Red Scarlet Gang. I mean, the Cowboy Gang. Okay, that's why I was confused. I was like, it's a Cowboy
The
Gang. I
Coogee
guess.
County Cowboys.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's Cowboy Gang versus Cowboy Gang. But I didn't realize they were retired lawmen. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Who was the lawman, Devin?
Kurt Russell's character?
Yes. Wyatt Earp and Virgil Earp were lawmen. I'm not sure if Morgan Earp was.
Oh, okay.
Morgan Seth Earp was an American sheriff and lawman. He served in as Tombstone's Arizona special policeman, and he has helped his brothers Virgil and Wyatt, as well as Doc Holliday, confront the outlaw Coogee County Cowboys in the gunfight of OK Corral on October 26, 1881. He was played by Bill Paxton.
Gotcha.
So, you ready to talk about the other yurts?
Sure.
Let me say. Talk about Virgil. I don't know why I closed out of that. I closed out of that. I don't know why. Virgil Walter Earp both deputy U.S. Marshal in Tombstone, Arizona, City Marshal, and he led his younger brothers Wyatt and Morgan and Doc Holliday in a confrontation with the outlaws Cowboys at the gunfight at OK Corral, October 26, 1881. They killed brothers Tom and Frank McClary and Billy Clanton. Born July 18, 1843, Hartford, Kentucky. Died October 19, 1905, Goldfield, Nevada. One child. Lynchburg Riverview Cemetery, Portland, Oregon. All right, Kevin. When was the gunfight?
It was near the end of the movie. Like you said, the big gunfight
What
in.
date? What date? Stop Googling it. I can see you went away from your screen.
It was on October 25th. December 25th, 1990. It was not December 25th, 1993.
It was October 26th, 1881.
Yeah, see, 1881.
As
Yep.
I mentioned several times to make sure you knew when it was.
My fault. That's a lot of information. But they went to brother, that brother went to that brother, and they hunt down that brother, and they beat up the gang, and they said, hoorah! And then the gang said, oh, I'm going to get the jump on you.
Moving on. Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Barry Stat Earp was an American lawman, gambler, American West, including Dodge City, Deadwood, Tombstone. Earp was involved in the famous gunfight in OK Corral, during which lawmen killed 3 outlaws of which cowboy group, Devin?
The Red Riders, the Cowboys, the Red Riders. They wore the red scarves.
Coochie County Cowboys.
Coochie County Cowboys. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Coochie County?
Born March 19, 1848. Died January 13, 1929. Let's see. Their friendship continued between Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp in Dodge County, Kansas. Holliday saved Earp's life late one night. A man drew his gun behind Wyatt Earp. Doc Holliday yelled a warning, drew his gun, and shot the man.
I think they showed that in the movie, didn't they?
Yep.
Although, hey, let me ask you this. Why in Western movies do people always come out in the middle of the bars and towns or whatever to watch a gunfight? You ever understood that?
Got anything better to do?
That's fair.
Why when people are fighting, like couples fighting outside their house, why don't a bunch of people come outside to watch?
Because they ain't done the business.
Are you noticing a pattern?
I am.
So here's a fun fact. Buntline Special. You know what that is?
What's that?
It's Wyatt Earp's legendary revolver Buntline Special. According to late-time novelist Ned Buntline, commissioned Colt for the production of the 5 long-barreled revolvers and were named Buntline Specials after the author.
Huh. Sounds like a pretty big gun.
Nope. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if I can find you some fun facts. Apparently, Earp met Doc Holliday on the gambling circuit. Let's see. Apparently, Earp refereed a controversial championship boxing match. Um, Apparently, Earp raced horses and organized promoted his prize fights. On December 2nd, 1896, he refereed a heavyweight championship boxing match between Bob Fitzsimmons and Tom Sharkey for a crowd of some 10,000 spectators in San Francisco. The 8-round Fitzsimmons, who dominated the fight, appeared to have won after punching Sharkey and knocking him to the ground. However, the controversial move, Earp ruled the punch was illegal and disqualified Fitzsimmons. Word quickly spread among boxing fans that the match had been fixed, and Fitzsimmons took Sharkey to court. The case was dismissed. Earp maintained his innocence, but the scandal left a scar on his reputation.
Huh.
Ready for another one?
Sure.
Earp was the last surviving participant of the OK Corral shootout. Earp died at his home in Los Angeles, possibly from chronic. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to pronounce this word. Cytis, which is an infection in the bladder, almost always follows a secondary to bacterial infection in the urine. It is the most common type of urinary tract infection, UTI. Particularly in women, the bladder is a muscular bag that stores urine from the kidneys.
Oh.
All right, so cytis. Earp died in his home in Los Angeles, possibly due to chronic cytis. On January 13, 1949, at the age of 80, his longtime companion Josephine. She called herself Josephine Earp. Although there is no record they were married, had his cremated remains buried in the cemetery in Coma, California. Earp, who had no children, was the last surviving participant in the OK Corral gunfight. In his later years, he consulted on Hollywood. Sure, that's fun. Later years, consulted on the Hollywood westerns, got to know the various actors and directors. The funeral was attended by such celebrities as Western film star Tom Mix, who served as the pallbearer. After his death, Earp was portrayed by Hollywood as a heroic lawman, thanks to the part in best-selling but significantly embellished 1931 biography Wyatt Earp, Frontier Marshal by Stuart Lake. The book helped spawn movies and TV series about Earp, starring actors from Henry Fonda to James Garner to Kevin Costner in lead roles.
Okay. So he was the reason why we got this movie, because he wrote the book.
Close enough. Who wrote the book, Kevin?
Jolene's husband.
No. And I'm not going to correct you. All right, Kevin, you ready for some timelines?
Sure.
1861 to 62, Wyatt's 3-year-old brothers joined the Civil War on the side of the Union. According to legend, the 13-year-old Wyatt makes several attempts to run away and join the army, but Nicholas finds him each time, brings him home, and where he puts Wyatt in charge of harvesting the earth crops. Summer of 1865. After the end of the Civil War, Newton, James, and Virgil reunite with their family, who are now living in California. Although too young to work himself, Wyatt helps his older brother Virgil and his work as a stagecoach driver. Spring 1866, searching for a role, Wyatt explores the West and hauling freight. He travels between California and Arizona territory, making stops in Las Vegas and Salt Lake City. You with me?
Yep, I'm with you. Make it.
There's going to be a test.
There's going to be a test. Oh, sounds like my kids. Coach, I got a final. Yes, near the end. Oh,
Hey, your birthday's almost on here. It's like one day off.
oh,
Uh, Wyatt is hired at a grade track of the building of the Union Pacific Railroad. He learns boxing and gambling during the time he spent on the railhead in Wyoming. This is spring 1868. Are you ready?
ready.
November 24th, 1869. One day off. Wyatt rejoins his family who are now settled in Lamar, Missouri. Nicholas resides as constable of the township, and Wyatt is appointed in his place. January 10th, 1870. Wyatt Earp marries Guerrilla Sutherland, who dies within a year. Guerrilla's cause of death is speculative, but most likely caused by typhus. Ooh, we got another thing we gotta look up. Trying to pull this over to another tab. We get to talk about all sorts of diseases, David.
Oh boy, welcome to health class.
Okay, typhus, a form of complications during childbirth. In November, Wyatt sells the house and had bought only 2 months earlier. March 28, 1871, Wyatt accused of stealing the horse in Van Buren, Arkansas. He evades punishment by fleeing. Wyatt allegedly spends the next several years in saloons, gambling, houses, and brothels of the frontier. He has multiple relations with prostitutes and has several arrests for the involvement with them. October 1874, becoming a lawman, Devin. Wyatt helps police officer in Wichita, Kansas, track down a thief who has stolen a wagon. He gains public acclaim for his involvement in catching the horse thief. Same crime had been accused of years earlier. Wyatt subsequently becomes a policeman in Wichita, helping.
Sorry, I'm catching a cramp.
So you violently shaking.
Sorry, I'm catching a cramp. I'm just cramping up.
Wyatt subsequently becomes a policeman in Wichita, helping to keep the Cowboys in line. May 19, 1876, Wyatt becomes deputy town marshal of Dodge City, Kansas. He travels with Mattie Baylock, a former prostitute. The two will be together until 1882.
Ah.
Summer of 1877, the brief time of doing outdoor work in Dakota Territory, Wyatt returns to Dodge City and is made city marshal. December 1879, Mattie traveled to Tombstone, Arizona Territory after receiving news that Virgil is about a huge silver strike there. They're joined by Wyatt's closest friend, Doc Holiday, and his companion, Mary Catherine Cummings, better known as Big Nose Kate. Not very nice.
Did you say Big Nose Kate? Big Nose Kate?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a big nose.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke. Right, Big Nose Devin? That's not very nice. And then you just kidding me. I don't think you even heard me.
I heard the Big Nose Kate part, and I didn't hear the Devin part. Sorry, I was like, why would you call somebody Big Nose Kate?
Nose.
I just went playing with the cartilage in my nose.
The group is too late to profit off the silver rush. Wyatt resumes the role of lawman in Tombstone. Many cowboys were closely organized criminals connected with and a few main families, like the Clantons and the Mallories. March 1881, Wyatt's feud with the Cowboys began. Wyatt joins Jose after some Cowboys, local outlaws, robbed Tombstone stagecoach and killed its driver. Wyatt, his men catch the jail Luther King but are unsuccessful in their search for Bill Leonard, Harry Head, and Jim Crane. All right, Devin? We made it to June 2nd, 1881. Wyatt seeks to help search for Ike Clanton, a rancher with ties to the Cowboys. Wyatt's hoping to catch these men will get him elected sheriff. Others, Ike a reward of $6,000 for his help. Ike sets a plan. Ow, I stabbed myself in the eye. Elected sheriff offers Ike a reward of $6,000 for that motion, but it's increasingly paranoid that Wyatt will inform the Cowboys of the trail. October 25th, 1881, Ike Clanton spends the night in Tombstone, drinking heavily and making threats against Earp Clan. Mike Devin, we're in October.
October.
26th, the day after the gunfight at the OK Corral. Tensions between the Earps and Cowboys exploded the famous gunfight at the OK Corral. The fight pits Wyatt, his brothers Morgan and Virgil, and Doc Holliday against the Billy Clanton, Ike Clanton, and Tom McGlory. Frank and Tom McGlory and Phil Clanton are killed. Morgan, Virgil, and Earp and Doc Holliday are wounded but survive. Ike Clanton runs away, and Wyatt emerges from the fight unharmed. 29th, 1881. Ike Clanton files murder charges against Wyatt's brothers, Doc Holliday, Wyatt, and Doc Holliday are arrested and held in prison for 16 days. November 29th, 1881, George Wells Buster cleared Earp and Doc Holliday of the murder charges. All right. December 28th. Man, I like the 20s. 1881. Peter continued. Yep. Wyatt's brothers. Oh man, this one got a lot. Wyatt's brother Virgil is shot while walking home from the saloon to his hotel, where he is staying to protect himself from the assassins crippling his arm for life. The identities of his attacker remain unknown. December 29th. Once again, the 20. Hold up.
You're good.
December 29, 1881, Wyatt becomes Deputy United States Marshal. March 1882, after the massive gunfight, OK Corral is not over as unknown assailants attack Wyatt Earp and Morgan Earp in the saloon. Wyatt again escapes unharmed, but Morgan is killed. March 20th, 1882, Wyatt and his foes kill Frank Stilwell, believing him responsible for Morgan's death. Over the next few weeks, a search for the area and the other suspects of Morgan's murder killing Lorenzo, Indian Charlie, Fry, Curly Bill, Brockus. They killed Morgan's murder, killing Flamenco, aka Indian Charlie Cruz, Curly Bill, Garcias, and maybe more. Late April 1882, leaving Tombstone, Wyatt and his foes score an area, but have no further encounters of local cowboys aside to leave the territory, camp briefly outside Trinidad, Colorado, fall 1882. Wyatt joins his brother Virgil in San Francisco. He becomes romantically involved with an old acquaintance, Josephine Marcus. They'll be together until Wyatt's death in 1929. Another 20. June 1st, 1887. Man, it's been a while since we had anything number not a 20. Ike Clanton is killed by Detective Jonas V. Brington. 1888. Wyatt and Josie spend time in San Diego. Wyatt gets involved in horse racing, gambling, or refereeing boxing matches. 1893. Wyatt and Josie return to San Francisco during the time Wyatt's occupation listed as capitalist. Fall 1897, Wyatt and Josie joined others in the gold rush and North Rush to Nome, Alaska. They run a saloon, various gambling ventures during their time there. 1901, Wyatt built a legacy while Justin returned to California. Wyatt stakes claims in the gold copper mines near Whipple Mountains. Over the next few years, he supports himself by mining, police work, gambling, and real estate details. Wyatt spends several summers in Los Angeles, where he meets Hollywood actors, becomes an advisor on the set of silent Western films. Wyatt supposedly meets John Wayne when he is working, an extra pop man. Wayne later says he bases depictions of Western lawmen on Wyatt Earp. 1920, Wyatt is given an honorary title of Deputy Sheriff to San Bernardino County, California. 1923, getting closer to death. Wyatt began writing his memoirs. His personal secretary, John F. Flood. His autobiography is coldly received during his lifetime. Unpublished, called the writing stilted, florid, and diffused. January 13, 1929, Wyatt Earp dies in Los Angeles, California at the age of 80. January 19, 1934, Frontier Marshal. Okay. Last point. I found an adaptation of Stuart N. Lake's biography of Wyatt Earp. Premiere starring George O'Brien as renamed Michael Wyatt. Wyatt Earp and his legends will become inspiration for a dozen subsequent films and television series. You ready for typhus?
Go ahead.
It's an infectious disease caused by rickettsia, characterized by purple rash, headaches, fever, and usually delirium. Historically caused high mortality during the wars and famine. There are several forms transmitted by vectors, such as lice, ticks, mites, and rat fleas. Typhus is not transmitted from person to person. 7. Repeat all of that back to me.
Well, you see, in the latter end of his golden years, he went to Hollywood and became a Hollywood consultant, where he met John Wayne, a.k.a. the Rifleman, and he became, allegedly, where he became a sheriff of a local town until he dropped dead from that disease you just named.
He is not the Rifleman.
The ripe old age of...
John Wayne's not the Rifleman.
Did I say Rifleman? I always think he's the
Johnny Crawford. I think that's Johnny Crawford.
No, I think you're right. You're right. You're looking at it right now?
Yeah. That's Chuck Connors.
I always get those.
April 10th, 1921, Brooklyn, New York. Died November 10th, 1992, Cedars Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles.
Bro, did you know that Chief Holtz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine died?
I saw that last night when I was working on the NHL script.
Bruh, I didn't want to believe it.
I see. The Rifleman was a Western film show from 1958 to, when did it end? September 30, 1958. Wait, what? That's backward. September 30th, 1958 to April 8, 1963.
Oh, man.
So I used to watch this. The
Rifleman was pretty good.
You have anything else?
I do not. Do you have anything else?
I don't. Are you ready to rate this?
I am.
How do you rate this?
It's a pretty decent movie. I liked it. I don't know how people like what they like, but for me, I kind of enjoy just watching it. But I
Yeah.
give it a solid. I mean, I do complain a bit about the build up, but the build up's not bad. I feel like we've watched worse movies with like a longer build up. So I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Mainly because
You
the
giving the
plot.
house score?
Yep, I'm doing 7.5 because the plot kind of over my head, but it's not terrible.
Hold on. I'm getting back. All right. I'm ready. I had to look up my rating because I wrote it down in case I forgot it. Uh, I'm rating it an 8.5 out of 10. Like Kevin said, it's a solid film. It's a good film. It's been drawn out. It is not a movie to watch haphazardly. I feel like you have to go with the intent to want to watch this. Because you look distracted and forget the plot. That may not be true if you don't know. I'm trying to think of words. If you know the story of Doc Holliday, Fighter, Penalman, then it's a good rewatch. It's a good like matinee. Because it's not completely accurate, but it's not a horrible one. You know?
Yeah, no, it's not horrible. I mean, it's a great cast, and I was like, so it's a pretty good movie. Actually, the first time I watched this was actually on a road trip to one of the games,
Yep.
and
Which
I
one?
did, huh?
Where?
Uh, it was for it's when we played Florida Tech back in like 2018. You
That's
remember
when
those
you were.
Florida?
That was. I played Florida Tech.
Yeah,
We played
remember when
Georgia Tech at one point.
was
We
that the same?
almost beat them.
Dude,
I don't know.
you don't remember those long drives down to Florida Tech?
We didn't play Florida Tech.
Y'all didn't? God, dude.
Do you mean? Wait, let me look it up. Argus, um, West Florida,
Yeah.
and Pensacola, Florida.
No, Florida Tech was in. It was near Miami. It was a little bit farther. Because West Florida is in Argo. No, not Argo. That's Pensacola.
Yeah, we went to Pensacola. And we talked about this because we played West Florida University in Pensacola, Florida. And I think you played somebody else down there, like right here. And I was like, oh, this college. And you're like, no, this college. I'm like, don't you mean this place? And you're like, no.
Dude, I can't remember who else we played down there. I just remember West Florida and Florida Tech. And Florida Tech is. Whew, I regret that drive. I'm glad we only had to play them once.
Yeah.
But,
Let's see, Florida Tech. Let's see, it's Florida STEM University.
mm.
That's Florida Tech, Florida STEM University.
Oh, that was their abbreviation. Okay.
Yeah, Florida Institute of Technology. Your average cost after aid is 31K. Graduation rate 60%. Acceptance rate 66%. All right, Kevin, where can I find us?
Well, if you guys enjoyed what you heard today, you can check me out on my podcast, More Sports Podcast, where it's not your typical sports podcast. You never know what we're going to do. We try to stay away from the typical sports show and try to make it fun for everybody. So check us out. And of course, we got the Random Hour hosted by Kyle, and it's like our variety show. It's like Good Mythical Morning. You just never know what you're going to get. And of course, you got here on Popcorn Buckets, where we're trying to post movie of the week every Sunday. There might be less because of
Where?
our busy work. Go ahead.
Let me take over for popcorn buckets. So, um, life is happening. So, we may not be as consistent as we have been. I think we missed one day last year, and it was supposed to be the Muppet movie, uh, but uh, we both got life going on. Kevin is about to be between jobs, so they're just kind of having fun right now. I'm just telling them the job, and I just finished school after taking time off to help with my family, and now my family's moved in with me. Um, so yeah, life has been crazy.
Yeah, for us. Don't freak out. Just follow us, like our content, check out our other content. Hey, check us out on YouTube at the Random Hour. And hey, now you can follow us at Twitter at RandoM1 or Random Inc. 1, or Random Incorporated 1. And hey, we're on Instagram as Bucket Boys 23. Go check it out. And hey, go check out that guy, Kyle's original artwork.
It's not that good.
Some of your artwork's on there, not all of it. I'm slowly adding all your artwork on there.
It's not that good of artwork.
It's got 3 likes.
Is it Megan, you, and Jack?
No.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I shared the guitar one, the Goku and Vegeta sketches. No, wait, that was Twitter. I'm sharing your
All
stuff.
Right. Okay. Well, Devin, what's your last word so we can end this? Wait a minute. You're recording, so I get to say the last words.
Go ahead and say your last words.
Bang, bang, pow. Bullet, bullet, guns.